Hey folks, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and as you can see, I have two of the Philips Seiko machines from their new lineup, and I'm going to compare these two. We have the Carina, and we have the 3200, which is the next step up from the Carina level of machine. There is another one in between. It's more like the Carina, but this is the next one up that gives you a little more features. Let's go over the features. 10-ounce bean hopper right back here with a lid that is smoked for UV to keep the sun out of there. That helps keep your beans fresher. And a silicone rubber seal around the edge as well. Right up in here is your bean grinder, coarse versus fine. 12 settings. That's a lot of settings. Bypass doser right here. 1 scoop, and the scoop comes with the machine. Don't put whole beans down there. Don't fill it up with more than 1 scoop, and make sure it's pre-ground and no water down there. Every now and again that happens. Plastic casing, as you can see, that is actually nicely done. I'm usually plastic, but they're getting so much better with the plastics that I think they're very nice. It's kind of a brush down the front here, which I think is a good feature because this is where all the splatters happen, and if it was shiny like this up here, it's going to show everything. Spouts that go up and down, Panarello steam arm, and what does that mean to you? That means that it's going to make good foam, and it's going to get as hot as you want it to do, temperature-wise. It's going to get as hot as you want. One tip, right up here on this sleeve, and this sleeve comes off for washing. There's a pinhole. Make sure that that pinhole is kept free of milk, otherwise you won't get any foam. Also, if this insert down here gets pushed back in more than what it is right now, you won't get any foam. Put a ballpoint pen down there and give it a little shove out if it happens to get pushed. And this comes off for washing. Take this over to the sink when you're done and give it a good rinse. Drip tray right down here. Whoops, almost hit the spouts. Drip tray, and all the parts come apart just like it, all of them. And it also has the little floater. And when that floats up, it's going to come up through the hole right there and warn you it's full, so you're not wearing it. Water tank comes out of the front. I always like that feature. 61 ounces of water right here. And this machine, and this one as well, they take the AquaClean filter, which, if you're not familiar with that, you need to become familiar with. This is a real plus on these machines. If you change the filter every 3 or 4 months like you're supposed to, you won't have to descale this machine for 5,000 cups. That is a huge amount of cups. So it saves you time, aggravation. You got to buy the filters though, and they're available on our website. Right here is where the brew unit is. Take that out once a week, rinse it with hot water, put it back in, and you'll be good to go. So 61 ounces, spouts that go up and down. Now let's get up to the control panel, which is all right here in the front. On-off button right there, and you get the choice of espresso or a coffee. Those are just icons, let's say. You could make this the espresso, you could make that the coffee. It doesn't really make any difference. Hot water down here and steam. The hot water and the steam both come out of the steam arm, so that's where that's going to happen. If I choose an espresso, now you come over here and you get to choose 1 bean, 2 beans, or 3 beans. That's how many beans get ground to be brewed through. And right over here you can choose 1, 2, or 3 amounts in the cup. If you're getting too much, you can always stop it. Now I've got all of that set. If I was to push this button right here, this is your central command button that tells it to go ahead and do whatever I programmed you for. It's going to brew and do its thing. I'm going to take that back. So that's, it's very basic. Right here, if I pull this out, it's going to show I don't have water. If the beans get full, or the dump box gets full, this one is going to light up. And then this is your general warning. This means something is not in place. The door over there is open, the bean hopper lid is not, something is out of alignment. So check that out. All right, so not a lot of bells and whistles, but enough for those people that don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to get a super automatic that's going to do a fair amount of stuff. This one right here, the Carina. Okay, let's come over to the 3200. Basically the same machine, case-wise. Has the shiny plastic down here, that's different. Has the drip tray insert that is stainless steel, the grate. That's different. Has 1, 2, 3 buttons instead of the 2 over here. Now I didn't describe over here. On both of these machines you'll see number 1 and number 2. If I take it over to 2, same on this one, it's going to grind twice and it's going to brew whatever you have it set for twice. That's good for 2 people in the household. This one has 3 different ones, and also on the front panel over here you can control the temperature right on the front panel. On this one you have to get into the background by pushing a couple of buttons to control the temperature. It's not as much on the fly. This one you can change it for every cup you're making. That is one difference. Plus the 3 cups, different ones, instead of just the 2. Stainless steel here, and the stainless steel bezel ring right here. Those are the differences in these machines. 10 ounces of beans back here, bypass doser right here, 12 selection on the grinder, 61 ounces of water right here. So that's the difference, what you're getting to spend a little bit more. Stainless, temperature on the fly, 3 different cups instead of 2. But basically it's the same machine. You're going to get the same results at the end of the day when it comes to the milk and the coffee. So I say, let's make a drink, see if I see any difference. And we're using the Espresso Republic Cali Classic Espresso in these machines. Don't forget, no oily beans. Nothing shiny and black and oily. It's not good for the machine. You'll end up having to have it serviced. And, you know, it's just not... It's not good for the machine, the oily beans. Get an espresso blend or a single origin that is not over roasted and all dark and oily. Let me get some milk. We'll be right back and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, I've got the milk for each machine, same amount in the frothing pitchers. We'll see if anything is different between them. And we've got a cup, and I'm going to put espresso at the same mark. So I'm going to ask for steam. If you push any one of these buttons, then this says, yeah, go ahead and do what I asked you to do. So we have to wait for it to warm up. And when those lights are flashing around like that, it's warming up. If I didn't put the tip in the milk and I tried it after it was going, I'd be wearing it. It'd be all over me. So bear that in mind. Unless you like wearing milk. Let's kick it in. All of these machines have the same basic workings on the inside as far as the boilers and stuff like that, so, or boiler. Okay, that's hot enough. As mentioned, I would take this over to the sink and rinse it off, but I'm not going to bore you with that. Not bad. That's nice looking foam, actually. I'm going to do the espresso. That's 1 ounce or so. Not real noisy. Not, you know, it's not whisper quiet, but it's typical of a super automatic. Pre-infusion, wait time, brew. Well, that looks good. That's about an ounce. That's what that lower is. I haven't measured to see what the other two marks will give you. But let's say you take it up to the third and you're getting too much, you can always stop it. Look at that. A little art. Not good art, just art. Yummy. That's good. Okay, let's do the same thing with this one. Again, everything's controlled over here. And again, the flashing light's going around. See, steaming is done at a higher temperature than brewing. That's why the machine has to come up to a higher temperature, and it's not a dual boiler, so you have to wait for that one thermal block in there. It's about the same amount of time, I'd say. About the same temperature, I would say, by the touch anyway. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Take the temperature up to medium. Pre-infusion, wait time, brew. Same art too. Similar machines. Yum. So there you go. I think, you know, if you want a little bit more in a machine, this might be a good option for you. Extra button, temperature on the fly on the front, stainless. Those are the big differences between the Carina and the 3200. Check them out on our website, and all the stats will be there, you know, size-wise. These are not huge machines, which is another nice feature, I think. Check it out. Questions down below, comments. Maybe you already purchased this machine from us. Let us know what your thoughts are. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Much appreciated. Thanks a lot, and cheers.